In my class, in addition to the basal in reading, I use storyworks.scholastic.com. There are so many past issues, and the current issue too, that have several different stories in each issue. I use these as a teacher. I go in and make my big campus quizzes. I make closed reading, critical thinking questions, constructed response. I make them leveled, and that is the main activity that they have to do. They click the article. It opens up in their iBooks on their iPad. They read the article. Then they have to complete the My Big Campus quizzes, and there's usually definitely one that is on their level, and then depending on what skill we're working on, I might have them do other ones as well. Then they have to go into My Big Campus discussions and find the name of the story, and then I've posted a specific discussion that has to do with real life, relating the article to the real world. So this one, they had to give a speech to the Earth Club where they talked about the problems sharks faced, why we should be concerned, and WildAid's ideas for solutions. So first they had to post their own discussion, and I've locked it so that they can't see anyone else's response until they post a response. So here's a response that someone created. And they had to work on, and they had to use specific supporting details from the article. So they go back and forth between this and the article in their iBooks. Next, they put their article onto Lino. This is an app on their iPad, and they all follow the same account. So I created a class account where we basically can create our own pages. So each student from their own iPad can post things onto the same collaborative page. So the one that I'm talking about right now has to do with the great white shark. So this is a Lino that they had to post their discussion on it, and then they had to post a video. So they could use any app to create their video, and the video is just an extension of just working on voice, working on how they're going to read a speech, how will they deliver their speech, how are they going to make it sound persuasive. So you can see they use different apps to create their the movie portion. This one was made in Telegami.
What do you think of when you think of a great white shark? A bloody, horrific monster is what? But really, sharks aren't that terrifying. Actually, they need us. Sharks are in grave danger of going extinct. And you want to know why? Soup! People kill the sharks for soup. And it isn't even eaten for its taste. That's horrible, right? It is usually $300 for a bowl. One bowl! Fishermen roam the oceans with huge nets.
So this goes on for another 47 seconds, and she actually has made several Telegami videos because they give you, I think, 30 seconds in the Telegami, and so that she will only have to have one post-it here next to hers for the students to conveniently click on. She put them all into iMovie and spliced them all together. This person used Chatterpix.
Club members, I am here to tell you about great whites. We all think that they are most feared creatures in the deep. They kill everything in sight. They eat hundreds of people. But you're wrong. They help our ecosystem by eating seals and keep fish.
Just another app to use to give your writing a voice and a face. And another one, somebody made it on Educreations.
These sharks freak most people out, and many step away from their fear of the great white shark, but actually you should care for this animal. Sure, its bloody jaws and small, beady black eyes.
So she made a few things on Pic Collage and put them into Educreations as she was talking through her speech. She had pictures and that sort of thing just to convince the reader. So basically what all three of these have in common is that they had to use supporting details from the article. They had to be creative. They had a sense of ownership as they were writing it. They knew that all of their classmates were going to look at it, so many of them really paid attention to how much they wrote and wanted theirs to be, interesting and persuasive, and they got creative with their video, and they enjoy sharing with each other, and this is a much faster way to share than to go on up to the board one at a time and share in front of the class. This is so much faster. They can see each other's work and give immediate feedback while others are still working at different paces.